Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. It's a lot more delayed through there. It's look like a big delay when I do it through here. It's look like a big delay when I do it through here. More delay through there. Okay, but it's streaming the high definition. Like a big delay when I do it through. It's streaming the high definition when I do it through there like that. Yeah, but it's just like a really big delay. I don't know. Is it echoing? It's streaming the high definition. Way behind. It looks like it's really far behind. Look like it's really, really far behind when I do it like that. It was a decent delay. Yeah, it's really far behind. Cause I'm doing it through. I was trying to see if Zoom would let me stream in like 1080p, and it was like it's tripping. It's not letting me pick it, even though I upgraded my thing. It was like I got to email them and ask them for permission, and so I was trying to hook Zoom through OBS and see how much of see if it's letting me stream. It's letting me pick up to like 4K. Doing it through OBS, it's letting me pick up to 4K. And see here. See when I do that there, it's showing my screen. Alright, it's showing my screen. I put it over there. Yeah, it's way behind. Oh yeah, it's way behind. Now I can't do it like this. I can't do it like this. It's too far behind. It's like, and I got it set to I had the what's the name set to. See, when I do it straight through YouTube, it let me set it to like ultra low latency. But with OBS, it's not letting me it's not letting me. What's this here? That's Zoom. Alright, that's Zoom. Right there. Wait a minute. Which screen am I sharing? That's supposed to be the right screen. Why does that keep going? Oh, Jesus Christ. Why does that keep going to the wrong screen? No, that is the right. Wait a minute. Premiere. Okay. Why is that not saving over there? Why does it keep going to the wrong screen? That's staying. But this one here keep going back to the other screen. Monitor capture. Okay. So this one's staying on the right screen. That one, that one. All right, everybody should be on the right screen. Okay. Let me see if I could bring this down a little bit. See, oh man, look how far behind that is. That's like mad far. It's like mad far behind. Get out the way, chat. How can I move the chat? I can't move the chat. I can't move the chat. Let me see. Oh, nope, that ain't what I wanted to do. All right. See, it's like so far behind. This is real time right here. All right, this is real time over here. And this right here is so far behind. It's like way behind. All right, let me see if I could stream output, enable 18,000, replay buffer. Oh man, I can't change it while I'm in the, while I'm streaming. Oh, I guess I can't change now while I'm streaming. Replay buffer, so many seconds. I thought I saw something about because it's, let me see this right here. Let me see how far behind it is. Now this camera on. Let's see how long it take to pop back to the camera over here. It's mad long. I'm gonna clock. Look at that, still not even changed over. That's too, oh no, that's too long. That's too long. That is too long. All right, so here I'm gonna go click. Start that though. See how long it take that to pop up. I got it on live. I see right now I'm 13 seconds in. 18, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 30. 32 seconds. Man, that's a 32-second delay. That's a 32-second delay. Nah, I can't work with that. Can't work with that. It's giving me the option to stream in higher definition going through OBS, but it's a whole 30-second delay. Can't rock with that. Can't rock with that at all. And it won't let me change nothing while I'm in the, what's the name? Let me try to all these things are not going to the right. Oh my God. I just changed this. That's the right. Oh my God. That's the left. That's driving me crazy. Okay. Come on. Let's see. That's not right. That's right. Why does these keep changing, man? See, I can't even take this. I'm not gonna fool with Now that's wrong. That should be the left one over here. That's right. So that should be this one. That should be that one. Okay. And then this right here should be that one. And it keeps flip-flopping them. And this here, I just put this over here. It keeps, man. And this should be that one. I don't know why I keep flip-flopping. So that's that. Oh my God. Is it because, oh, let me see some. Maybe I copied okay, let me try this right here. I'm gonna delete this. Yes. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna add a source. Maybe because I copied display. All right, add a source. Add a new one. I'm gonna call this desktop right. Might help if I spell it right. Desktop right. Add source. And then I want to pick that one over there. Done. Desktop right. All right, like that. All right. Then this over here. I'm gonna delete this. And then I'm gonna add a source. Display capture. Create a new one. And call this desktop left. Add source. And then it's gonna be that one over there. Hit done. There, like that. Put that behind there. Then now this right here. I'm gonna delete this. Okay, add source. Display capture, add source. This is my desktop right. Add source. Like that. And it's right here. Delete that. And display capture. Desktop left. Add source. Nah. Now that shouldn't change anything. That's my right. That's my left. Right. Left. Is that a chat? Guess it is. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, I just wish I could got that set. Now I wish I could change the we go I'm gonna have to do my class tonight through the regular Zoom cause this ain't working right. So for the facilitation February tonight, I'm gonna do it through the regular Zoom because if I can get this to let me, if I can't get this to let me adjust that delay, because that's a little bit too far gone, a little bit too far behind. Let me try something. I'll come into the tube. I need to do, yeah. All right. Lauren Hill gets booed at 13. All right, let me try something here. All right.
Or premium if you're bearish.
All right. So I'm trying to see how this reacts in real time over here. I'm trying to see if it show like, if it still can show good, even though I'm, you know, I'm watching it live through the thing, and I want to see how it come out on YouTube.
Price points to let you know that institutional sponsorship.
Pause that. I'm trying to see in real time over here. I'm trying to see if it show like, if it still can show good, even though I'm, you know, I'm watching it live through the thing, and I want to see how it come out on YouTube. Pause that. Audio was real low on there. Let me see something. I'm trying to see. Now let me turn this up. Turn this audio back up. All right, boom. Let's try this again.
It's still supporting the move.
Okay, so now I think it's gonna be
displacement
louder
at key
now.
Places, or if it displaces in a different direction than you expect,
is it coming?
You may be wrong. For example,
it's coming through the mic.
On this chart, they represent the midnight open. As you see, whenever price comes below midnight there, we get displacement. We pull back into a discount, we get displacement. Right?
It looks like it's
we
going
pull
through my
back
mic too.
Below a low, right? We get displacement. It's like price is continuing to get displacement when it drops to key price points. Below opens in discount, above opens in premium, depending on if you bullish or bearish. So you want to continue to see the institutional sponsorship.
All right, let me see how that worked out.
Discount, we get displacement. Right?
It looks like it's
we
going
pull
through my
back
mic too.
Below a low, right? We get displacement. It's like price is continuing to get displacement when it drops to key price points. Below opens in discount, above opens in premium, depending on if you bullish or bearish. So you want to continue to see the institutional sponsorship.
All right. Let me see how that worked out. All right, that's picking up
discount.
good.
We get displacement.
What am I hearing? All right, let me see here. See if that came through. Look like it's coming through. Yeah. Look like it's coming through good.
These nuts. Got him.
All right, that's
discount.
picking up good.
We get displacement.
What am I hearing? All right, let me see here. See if that came through. Look like it's coming through. The sound's coming through good. Yeah. Look like it's coming through good.
These nuts. Got him.
Yeah. All right, that's
discount.
picking up good.
We get displacement.
Every time I unmute my mic, it keep pulling up something old. What am I hearing? It's a really large delay though. Anyway, let me since we in here. Since y'all in here, how y'all doing, man? Let's look at this crazy price action from today. I was in here trading this morning. Man, when I tell you it was some back and forth price action. God. Hey, Price was sending people to the reset line. Speaking of reset line, Apex sent me out a text today. Said they got 90% off. 90% off Apex. 1 day pass, $75. Assignment fee for 100K and below. That's like $94 and something. $94 and some change. For a 50K account. $94 and some change for a 50K account. Man, the day was crazy, man. Sent people to the reset line. Y'all can see what I had on my chart watching for liquidity. Right? We engaged. The first sell side I was watching here. Right? Didn't get to the second sell side. Then we engaged the buy side that I was watching there. So price went, you know, where I was anticipating it to go to. But in the afternoon, I wasn't here trading the afternoon. I was looking at this morning. And this is why I was talking about price was sending people to the reset line this morning. Because, you know, we opened up at 9:30, rallied up to the new week opening gap. Failed to get to the buy side that I was watching. All right. We traded up here into these little imbalances over there, took out that liquidity there, and then we dropped all the way down. It came all the way down to that sell side liquidity from over here. Right. That's Friday during London sometime. That's the first liquidity that I had marked. And then we had Thursday, like in the nighttime, like Thursday during the Asian. That's another one that I had marked. I just put that on there just because it was the only other thing from this prior day's low, right? So I had a prior day's low, and then initially I had a prior day's low, and I had this London, right? And then I was like, well, let me mark this out. So if it got animated below this London from Friday, the 6th, then that was 2 Fridays ago, right? So Friday, if it got animated, I know it's some more liquidity that it might want to touch. That's why I had that there, all right? And then I had this 15-minute inversion fair value gap because that was resting right there below Friday's low. That's why I had that marked out there. Okay, so yesterday was a holiday, so it wasn't like really no real Monday. So that's why I still got Friday's high, Friday's low, and then the new week opening gap. I don't have any gap for yesterday's price. Now, What you can do when there's a holiday, you can look at both gaps, right? You can look at both gaps, and what I mean by that, this is the new week opening gap based off of from Friday to Sunday, right? But if we was looking at the new week opening gap from Friday until today, then you would go here, right? This is 6 right there. You would come here, and it's not much difference this time. Right? It's not much difference this time, but you would go there, and then you would want to the open of this, right, to the close that, right, and that right there, right, the bottom one there, that would be, right, so you have your new week opening gap based on Sunday, and that's going to be the one based on the candle, the daily candle itself, right? If I go up here to the daily candle, right, and that'd be your new week opening gap based on going from Friday's candle to Tuesday's candle, right? That'll be the new week opening gap that you got there. When you look at the daily candle, it's going to give you your new week opening gap based off the daily candles. And then you can also monitor the new week opening gap based off of from the close to the open after the holiday, and that would be there, right? And see, it's not giving you the actual candle. It's just showing you where it closed on Friday and opened on Monday night, right? And you could monitor that range also, you know what I'm saying? And you can see how price was reacting to that range there throughout the day. All right, so you can see here when we rallied up here at the 9:30 open, we came up above, like the old one is, the other one is there, right? That's the other one, right? Just showing from the daily candle. All right, and then you can see here, right, we're respecting that one there, and we're coming right up to the high of the other range, right? And if you look over here, you can see our price is reacting to the other range, what I call the other range, right? You can see price is showing sensitivity to it here, right? You can see price showing sensitivity to it there. You can even see price showing sensitivity to it here, right? But you can also see price showing sensitivity to this range too, right? So it's like you can monitor how price is reacting on the lower time frames inside both of these, you know what I'm saying, it just to get like a more detailed picture of what the algorithm is going to do with opens and closes, right? So you got a Friday open to, a Friday close to the Monday night's open, and you got a Friday close to the Sunday night's open, right? And you can see how price is responding to those different opens and closes. All right, but there's no need to keep everything on your chart. So, because when you look back in time, this second one here is not going to make sense based off of your daily candles, right? Based off your candles, it's not going to make sense, right? But it's just something that you can utilize and monitor, right, in the meantime, right? Because if we go down to like a lower time frame, let's just zoom this back over to, we just go over to here, right? And then let's just get like some quadrants real quick. Let's get some quadrants and just look at how price interacted with these levels. we go down to a 1 minute time frame, right? And we look inside of those PD arrays, right? We can see the price sensitivity on the lower time frame, right? This is inside the upper one, and this is inside the lower one, right? And this is what I be telling you. No matter what, as long as you're connecting to algorithmic levels, right, you're gonna see stuff happening at these bus stops, right? You're gonna see stuff happening at these bus stops, right? So when we look over here, we got some, a little bit of high resistance, not a whole lot of displacement right there, but we do have a SIBI that's in line with that upper quadrant right there. Got a bearish order block that's in line with equilibrium right there. We got another bearish order block and a bullish order block in line with the lower quadrant, right? And then when we come down here, we got a SIBI in line with the upper quadrant. We're consolidating on consequent encroachment. And then we rally back up into the bearish order block right there from that upper quadrant. And we drop down here. Then once we come down here, we got a SIBI in line with the lower quadrant. And what we say, once we break through that lower quadrant, we anticipate price to continue going down. We come back up into that SIBI and that bearish order block wick right there at that lower quadrant, and we go down, right? And as we're coming back up, right? See, we have a BISI there in between consequent encroachment in the upper quadrant. Trade back into it, respect that, take us up back to the high of the PD array above us. Above that, right? So as long as you got stuff anchored to algorithmic levels, the algorithm is gonna do things at these bus stops, right? You're gonna see stuff form at these bus stops, all right? What's going on? What's going on? Liquidity 4X. Got so again, I'm liking the fact that I could stream in HD, but I'm really not liking the fact that it's a mad delay. The delay is crazy. The delay is crazy. Yeah. All right, so I got to go live at 8, so we'll push through this real quick. Look at price real quick. Then I'm gonna go get me something to drink, and then I'll be back on at 8 o'clock for the 6th edition of Facilitation February. All right, so like we were saying before, price opened up. I deleted my 930 line. No, I didn't. Okay, so yeah, it's like I can stream in like HD through OBS, right? I got Zoom. I'm running Zoom through OBS, but since I'm doing so many different things, it's like it's making it be like a super delay. And I wish I could figure out how to go in and stop, like, shorten that delay through OBS, because it's like a really, really large delay. It's like 30 seconds. And when I be streaming straight through Zoom, it's on like a 4-second delay on YouTube. So I don't know how to shorten that. Why did it change to it's showing normal? I had this. I just went inside there. See, it's showing I had that set to ultra low. And now it's showing normal for some reason. It switched to normal. I set that to ultra low. See, when I come here and go to stream settings, Now, see the little highlight right there? It's on normal. That's supposed to be on ultra low. I had it set to ultra low. That's probably why it's going like that. Let me see something. Let me see what this one say. Additional settings. It's not letting me. Watch I mess something up. Enable. See, it's not letting me. It's not letting me see it. It's not letting me see it right here. It's not letting me see it. And when I set it up, I selected ultra low. That's probably why it's that's taking so long, because it switched for some reason. Oh, I don't want to end stream. Share. All right. See right there, I got this set on ultra low. Right there. And I had the other one set on ultra low too, but it changed for some reason. It changed to normal. We're gonna see how it work out. We're gonna see how it work out for this one here. When I come back in here, I got to reset this right here. I probably shouldn't be doing this over there. This stream resolution doesn't work with your stream current latency. Would you like to? That's what happened. Since I was streaming, it didn't give me this option before, right? I had it set to 4K, and it didn't give me this earlier. It said this stream key resolution doesn't work with your stream current latency setting. Would you like to change the latency to normal? It didn't ask me that last time. That's why it changed it to normal. But when I put it on the 1080, it lets me keep it on ultra low. Okay. That's what it is. This stream is streaming in 4K, and 4K, what's the name, won't let the latency be ultra low for 4K. That's what it is. Got it. Yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all tap in for Facilitation Friday. Facilitation February tonight at 8 o'clock right here on the same YouTube channel here. So as we see here, we're looking at, let's put this on all on. Looking at a 60-minute chart here. All right, this is when price opened up Sunday night, and we traded up, made a high during London, right? Traded up into this 2 p.m. SIBI, made a high up here on London, right? Then we traded back down, going into like the New York session, the mini New York session, because the market closed at like 1 o'clock. Then we made a low, right, around 11, during the 11 o'clock hour. Then we traded back up into this 9 a.m. SIBI. And then that was at the open of Monday night. So the open of Monday night, we traded up into this 9 a.m. SIBI. So now price was in a sale program at this time, right? We had traded up here into the 11 a.m. SIBI from Thursday. And then we started to make our move back down into this 9 a.m. order block, right, before closing on Friday. Sale program continued. We opened up, went up into the 9 a.m. SIBI. Y'all hold on for a second. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. Oh, you could hear it. Oh, it came through loud through the speaker. I mean, through the mic. My bad. My bad. So yeah, the sale program. We traded up into the 8 p.m. SIBI during the London, and we made the London high, right? And then we came back down because we had already touched Friday's low after midnight. Well, we touched it before midnight, then we touched it again after midnight, then went up and made the high during London inside of this SIBI and mitigation block, right? The SIBI from 8 p.m. from the Asian session from Monday night. And then we coming into the New York session, right? We started going back and forth a little bit right here during the New York session. Let's drop down to a lower time frame and see that, because this one I was like, we were sending people to we were sending folk to the reset line, right? So coming in here, even though price is in a sell program now, right? So price is in a sell program, right? When we come back here, we can see price is in an overall sell program. And then as we go into, let's look at pre-market. We're gonna look at pre-market, and we're gonna look at the 9:30 open. All right. So looking at so from 7 o'clock, and this the 9:30 open here. All right. So we're in a clear sell program, as we see, right? That's our buy side that we're watching. Those relative equal highs there, right? Why am I picking this instead of this, right? These are the relative equal highs after pre-market open, right? So I'm picking the relative equal highs after pre-market open. That's why I had that buy side selected right there. And then the reason why I picked those lows back over there, right, instead of just picking no, that's not pre-market open. This is, what is this right here? I can't remember what this was. That's not pre-market open. That's 6 o'clock. That's 6 o'clock open. That's not pre-market open. That's 6 o'clock open. That's why I picked that. Relative equal highs from this day's open, not the holiday session, right? So that was relative equal highs from there. All right. This right here was the London high. All right. And then, right, went a sell program. Then pre-market, we came down, set a low, right? Went up, set a high. So this is our pre-market high, our pre-market low there. All right, so we got our pre-market high and pre-market low. All right, pre-market high and our pre-market low right here. Okay. So going to 9:30, right? Prices in a sell program. All right. We open up, right? Open up, pop up, take out the buy side, drop down, right? Take out the sell side, right? Then we open up, right? Drop down, sweep the sell side one more time, rally up, take out the buy side, right? What does that give us? That gives us a wig snatcher. Right direction, wrong direction, right direction, right? Gives us a wig snatcher. We trade back down into the order block, and then we rally up, going back up, filling the new day opening gap and repricing to the new week opening gap. Once we fill the new day opening gap, right, price breaks all the way back down on this 1 minute time frame. Poof, just melts off. Don't give no real entry opportunity on the 1 minute time frame unless you trade order blocks, right? If you trade a bearish order block, this 1 minute time frame gives you an opportunity up here to short off an order block, right? The next opportunity you get right here is to short off of this SIBI right there at the high, right inside this balanced price range. We got a balanced price range here. One move up, one move down, right? Drop here, retrace back up to the imbalance here, right? Retrace back up into the inversion fair value gap, right? The first BISI that was created when we took off here, went up here, handled business, came back down. So we trade back up into the SIBI, into the inversion fair value gap, and drop. So you had an opportunity off of order block here to take the short, then an opportunity off of the inversion fair value gap to take the short, right? Then once you got opportunity off the inversion fair value gap, had another order block short there at the 950 candle during the macro time, trading back up into this order block there above the 930 open, and that took us back down
into the pre-market sell side. Once we hit the pre-market sell side, we drop down into that old sell side liquidity that I was watching, right? That was the London sell side liquidity from Thursday, I believe, Friday trading. It was like, no, Thursday trading, I believe, right? Traded down to that. Then we traded back up, right? If you see here, we came back up to equilibrium for the range at that time. It was from this high to that low, right? That's the range that I had mapped out while I was watching price. As you can see, we did come down and make a lower low later on in that morning, but I wasn't watching price anymore after that, right? So we came back up right to equilibrium, right? Back above the midnight open. And then we dropped down one more time, making a lower low, but we still did not continue down, right? This is why I was like, this morning's price was sending people to the reset line. Price was, you know what I'm saying? It was, if you wasn't super in tune with the algorithm and shorting or going long based off of like sub 1 minute time frames or trading off of like order blocks, you wasn't getting a lot of retracement entry opportunities, right? You wasn't getting a lot of retracement entry. The nice moves was being given off of order blocks, right? Like here, right? We're trading here and we just go, right? We're not getting, you didn't get a lot of retracement opportunities in here, right? Order block, go. Order block, go. You know what I'm saying? Consolidate, expand up, drop down, right? Any like this retracement here, if you was trying to get long there, you got your head bust, right? You got your head bust. You went back to equilibrium, right? We came into the liquidity, right? Respect the low, expanded up to equilibrium to the order block, and then we came back down. You got your head bust if you was trying to go long there, right? The sell program was still intact. But then as soon as it busts heads there, right? We turn back around and then we go back up. But what does it don't do? It doesn't give. Yeah, you can say here it's got a little bit of a retracement there, but we're just in a little area of consolidation there. Yes, it did retrace back to the fair value gap here at 1050. But we're just consolidating. Expand, consolidate, expand, consolidate. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't very clean retracements going back to the imbalance and then continuing on, right? Only retracement we got here was back to the order block to continue down, right? Back to the order block to continue down. And to be honest, right, to take this based off of this imbalance in this order block, right, you would have to be really convicted of the bearish sentiment, because we came down here, swept liquidity, right? We're below, we've taken a daily low here, right? Traded up, 930 comes and takes the daily low, right? And it takes out, we've gone pre-market to pre-market, all right? So we took out the pre-market high, took out the pre-market low, along with taking out the daily low during 930. Then we come back and respect that low, right? Then displace away, right? So now this right here is looking bullish off of liquidity, off of an anticipatory reactionary point. So in order to take this short, you will really have to be, okay, I'm really trusting the short setup. And where would you be wanting to go? You would be wanting to go to liquidity below this, right? This right here would just be your low hanging fruit. You would be looking for liquidity lower than that low right there. Okay. So then, so as soon as we come to this low, we immediately reverse. So if you took this short looking for liquidity lower than that and you didn't protect any profits, you came back and got stopped out anyway, right? And you was very much in the money on this short. So that's why I was like, today, you know, overall was a pretty difficult read when it comes to the natural ebb and flow of low resistance liquidity runs, right? Because you want to see that expansion, retrace, expand, you know what I'm saying? That's the natural ebb and flow of low resistance liquidity runs. And Yeah, we just really didn't get that today. Just like over here, when we came here and broke bullish right there, we've come below the daily low, bullish breaking market structure, right? Sweep liquidity, go up and fail to reach the liquidity, right? Turn around, come all the way down, take sell side again, and then eventually go back up to the liquidity, right? Go back up to the liquidity, expand up toward the liquidity, right? Stop there, come all the way back down, sweep sell side, then expand up, retrace back down to the discount into the bullish breaker below midnight, right? And then go back up to the liquidity again. So tough read on the day. Right, tough read on the day, tough to really hold and trust anything. But at the end of the day, huge moves, huge, plenty money to be made. 300, almost 400 points from peak to trough. Plenty money to be made inside of those ranges, right? Plenty money to be made inside of those ranges. But again, if you're looking for it to go all the way to the liquidity, right? There was a lot of disappointment set up for you throughout the day if you wasn't taking partials or protecting profits, right? Nah, class ain't in session, Deborah. I'm doing a test. I was testing the what's the name? I was testing out OBS, and I was trying to test out streaming in higher quality with Zoom, and it's letting me stream the higher quality right now. This one is streaming in 4K, so it's got like a super long delay. I'm gonna try it again later to see if I could stream it in 1080 with a low latency. I'm hoping that Zoom can go ahead and update my thing so that I can choose 1080 like straight through Zoom, and I ain't got to go through the OBS. The only thing I like about going through the OBS is I can set up my scenes the way I want to. Zoom don't let me do that. Like with OBS, I can set up my scenes the way I wanna. Like I can wait a minute, what is it doing? I can put me on, I can share different screens, putting me on the bottom, right? I can share the screen only, right? The camera only, right? If I wanted to, I could, jump to the stream start soon thing, right? I could put words on the screen if I wanted to, right? But I can't do all of that in Zoom. OBS give me like a lot more freedom. Trading inside the range has been my friend pretty much all. Yeah, got to trade inside the range. Got to trade inside the range. That's what I've been saying. You got to be Scalps McGee. You know what I'm saying? You got to be Scalps McGee these days and jump to the. You got to be Scalps McGee these days. Hey, that's all I got. I was just, like I said, I was just trying to test this stream out. 8 o'clock. We're gonna get on at 8 o'clock and do facilitation February. It's tonight we're gonna be doing internal liquidity, external liquidity. That's the lesson we're gonna be going over tonight. Internal liquidity and external liquidity. Again, Apex just sent me an email today saying they got a 90% off sale. So if you're looking at getting a 50K account, you know what I'm saying, use my discount code down there. I ain't got no fancy code with like my name and nothing. It's just that Z, whatever it is, whatever down there. That weird Z. What's the name? Use my code at checkout. 90% off. So for a 50K account right now, you can get all in. It's like $94 and some change. right? 94 and some change. $75 for the activation fee on 100K or below, and 90% off. So for a 50K account, you're looking at like $94.10, I think it is. All right. What's 197 minus 90%? 197 minus 90% is $19.70. So it's $94.70. $94.70 for a 50K account all in. Right? So you pay $19.70 for the 50K account eval. And then if you pass, you can pass it in 1 day. You got up to 30 days to pass it. Once you pass, you pay $75 for the activation fee. So you're looking at $94 all in for a 50K account right now. All right. Go ahead and click on that. Gang. I'll drop the link to the I'll drop the Zoom link inside the Discord. I think I put it in there already. I think it's already in there. The Zoom link. It should be in the Discord already for tonight. No, that's yesterday. You copping 200K accounts. I appreciate that. Why you going with the 100K? Just quick question. Why you going with the 100K? Why you just going with the 50K? Why you going with the 100K? Just curious. Why you going with the 50K or even the 25K? The 25K is the easiest to pass. The 50K, I would say, is like the most flexible. The 50K is the most flexible because it give you a little bit more drawdown to play with. So if your position, like if you hold trades where you let them run and then it might pull back and run and pull back, the 50K give you the most flexibility on that because it's got trailing drawdown. So if you know what I'm saying, you only got 1,500 drawdown and it go in your favor $800, then come back against you, then go in your favor 1,000, then come back against you, is counting you of having $1,000, right? So it can mess with your drawdown with the 2,500, but the 25,000, but 20, that's the easiest one to pass, easiest one to get to a payout, right? So I was just curious as to what made you pick the 100K. All right. What made you pick the 100K? Let's go look at it. All right. Let's go look at what makes the most amount of sense. All right. I got so many windows open right now. I need to put that link in there. I hope I don't forget. All right. So, what you use? You use Tradeovate, Rhythmic. Which one you use? Tradeovate? What you use? Tradeovate or Rhythmic? I use Rhythmic, but Tradeovate. Tradeovate 100K is $297, and 50K is $197. Okay, so for the 100K, you're you got like a 2-to-1, right? You got a 2-to-1, $2,000 worth of drawdown, and you're trying to make $6,000. All right, with the 25K, it's a 1-to-1. That's why I say it's easiest, right? You got a 1-to-1 with the 25K, right? 2-to-1 with the 100K, and then it's like a 1 point something, right? Stop that. Stop moving. All right. So, oh my God. So, no. 1.2. So the 50K is a 1.2 to 1, right? So 50K is a little bit easier to pass. The 25K is the easiest to pass. All right, and not only is and the reason why I say it's the easiest to pass, because you only need $1,500. You only need God dog it, where is it? Right here. You only need $1,500 to pass. All right, so that's relatively easy to hit. 3,000, right? It's relatively easy to hit, but it's not as easy as 1,500, right? Now, the thing of it is, right, with the 25K, right, I think I know on the I haven't done the 25K in a while, but I think the max you can withdraw is like 1,500 per payout. I can't remember, but I know on the 50K, the max you can withdraw is 2,000 per payout, right? You can withdraw 2,000 per payout. And it matters not what size account that you get, right? What matters is getting to the payout and trying to get that 25,000 per account, right? Because with Apex, you can withdraw the first 25,000 per account is yours, right? You take 100% of the first 25,000 per account, right? So the thing is like trying to get to that, be able to take out that 25,000, right? And so the first 6 payouts, you're capped. Let me see some facts. Payouts. They might try to make me log in. All right. Okay, so entitled to 100% of the first 25,000, 9 to 10 after that, right? 8 trade days, we know that. Okay. All right, so here we go. So for a 50K account, right? For a 50K account, here we go right here. First 5 payouts, right? The max you can request is 1,500 for a 25K. The max you request is 2,000 for a 50K, and the max you can request is 2,500 for 100K. All right. Now, the reason why I tell people like to go for the lowest one is because you can get to your $1,500 payout quicker without needing to like push really hard, right? So if you want to take out the full 1,500, right? So the minimum balance you need is 26.6 to be able to request $500, right? So 26.6 plus 1,000, right? So with 26, if you get to 27.6, you can request $1,500. Now, if you want to be above your threshold as soon as you request out, right? You want to go 26.6 plus 1,500, right? And shoot for 28.1. All right, shoot for 28.1, which means you're trying to get 3,100 over 8 days. If you just want to do it in 8 days, right? Why I say that? minus 25,000, 3,100, right? You're trying to get 3,100 over 8 days, right? So now, once you're in the funded stage, right? If you got a 25K account and you get 3,100 in your 25K account, now you can request $1,500 per account, right? Whereas if you got a 50K and you get 3,100, right? You won't be able to request nothing but like 1,000. Yeah, you'll be able to request 1,000 if you had a 50K account at 3,100, because you'll be at 53.1, and you will be able to request $1,000, right? If you had 3,100 over them 8 days. But if you wanted to request 2,000 out of a 50K account, then you would have to get 52, and you want to stay over your threshold, right? You would have to get 4,600 in those 8 days, right? In order to request the full 2,000 and stay over your threshold, right? But if you didn't want to get the full, you could do 3,500 and still request 2,000, but you're going to dig into your threshold. It's going to take you under your threshold again, and then you got to get back above it. Okay, so we're just looking at it in the sense of trading it and staying above your threshold each time you withdraw, right? So now you're looking at, if you got a 50K account, you got to get 4,600 in 8 days, right? Whereas in a 2,500 account, you just need 3,100 in 8 days, right? So we're going to divide that by 8, right? Now you over here, you would need at least $575 a day. And over here, you only need, just say, $488 a day, right? So $488 a day versus $576 a day is not a big difference, right? It's not a big difference, but it's like you don't have to push as hard, right? You don't have to push as hard to get there, right? You don't have to push as hard to get there, and your the amount of difference is only, you're only able to request $500 extra dollars per payout. You know what I'm saying? You're only able to request $500 extra dollars per payout for the extra work, if you will. You know what I'm saying? For the extra work, if you will. So it's like, I'm all about getting to the payout fast. So boom, you get to the payout, and then when you're looking at 100K account, right? With a 100K account, you got to get to 6,000, but you got to get to 6,000 twice. Each one of these, you got to get to it twice. So you got to get to 1,500 twice, you got to get to 3,000 twice, and you got to get to 6,000 twice just to get to a payout, right? And when you're doing the eval, you can get there as fast as you want. But when you're doing the PA account, you got a 30% consistency rule, right? So for a $2,000 payout, right, your highest day can't be no more than $600 for a $2,000 payout. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to take it out at 2,000, right? But if you're looking at, if you want to take it out at, and you can't even take it out at 2,000, you got to get to what is it? What it said? 2,600. All right, so 2,600 times 0.3, right? So 780 on a 50K account is the biggest you can get if you want to take it out soon as you hit 2,600 and take out $500, right? So 780 is the biggest one day can be. And if you're trying to go to the what we said it was 4,100, right? So 3,000. See, 26 plus 2,000. So 46 times 0.3. So 1380. 1380 is the biggest your day can be, right? 1380 is the biggest day you can have if you're trying to do it to 4,600 to get the full 2,000 and stay above your threshold. Now, the reason why I don't recommend trying to hit 1380 as your biggest day is because 1380 you got to have 8 trading days, right? You got to have 8 trading days. And if 1380 is your biggest day, right? So 4,600 divided by 1380, right? If you hit that for 3 days, right? 1380 times 3, right? Now you're $500 away from your threshold, right? You're $500 away from your threshold, but you still got to trade for 5 more days. And what you can't do, you can't go in and just start trading like super small size, right? If you get 1,300, if you get 1380, and then every day after that, you're just trading really small size, they're going to get you for flip-flopping. You know what I'm saying? They don't get you for flip-flopping. So that's why I recommend just looking at, okay, I need to get 4,600, divide that by 8 and say, okay, I'm just going to shoot for $600 a day, right? $600 a day profit over 8 days put me, if I could just get $600 in the green over 8 days, that'll put me where I need to be. And that way, now, when you go in and make your request, you don't have all this extra money that you got sitting out there, right? Because 600 times 8, right? Now, when you request your 2,000, right? Now you only leaving $200 out there on the table as far as what you know what I'm saying, could be withdrawing. You know what I'm saying? Even though you got the other money that's still in the buffer, right? You're only leaving $200 on the table. When, you know what I'm saying? Whereas if you go in and say, okay, I'm gonna make 1,380 a day times 8 days, when you go request 2,000, now you leaving $9,000 on the table, right? And then if you mess around and spiral and blow your account, right, you left $9,000 out there on the table, right? And then but the only thing about it is, if you do it that way, right now you still don't have to go as hard. You just got to make at least $150 a day for 5 days over the next 8 days, and then you can request another 2,000 out of there, right? But you know, just small consistent runs make it a whole lot easier. And it's, you know what I'm saying, like, and with a 100K account, like I was saying, you got to get what is it, so 31 on the 100K account, you got to get above it say you got to get above 31. Okay, so you got to get above 31 to be able to request 500, right? All right, so you got to get over 31 to be able to request 500. So if you're looking at 103 100 plus 2,500. All right, so you're looking at 56, right? You're looking at 5,600 on the so you got to make 6,000 to pass, and then 5,600 in order to request 2,500 and stay above your buffer, right? So you got to make, with the 100K, you got to make 6,000 to pass it. Then once you make 6,000 to pass it, right, you pay the $75, and then you can request 2,500 after you make 5,600, right? So again, it's up to you how you want to do it, but I just believe in trying to get to that payout as quick as possible, because no matter what size account you get, right, it's still all about risk management and taking high probability setups. And if you're taking high probability setups, I like to go in and get to the money as quick as possible, right? Because if I'm trying to make $1,500, right, if I'm trying to make $1,500, if it's trash days, I can still make $1,500 over 8 days. You know what I'm saying? But will I be able to make, you know what I'm saying, $6,000 with trash over 8 days? Don't know. Anyway, man, it's free advice from me to you. But again, use that code. Do note 5 of the 8 days must be at least $50 profit. Should not be an issue. But it's you got to have 5 of the 8 days for all the accounts got to be over a certain amount. For 50K accounts, it's got to be, I think, either $150 or $200 a day. For the 25K, I think it's $150 a day minimum, right? And that's one, and you still got to get over the threshold to request, right? You still got to get over the threshold. You still got to make the minimum amount, right? That's why I say just divide whatever the amount that you're looking for by 8 and be like, okay, this is what I need to clear each day, right? I need to clear this each day, and don't try to do a whole lot more than that, because you're just gonna be like leaving money on the table for the next pay cycle. You know what I'm saying? Which ain't doing nobody no good. Hey, I'm getting ready to jump right back on in 3 minutes for Facilitation Friday. Facilitation February. Tonight we going over my video for internal and external liquidity. If you don't know what Facilitation February is, it's every night at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday for the month of February. I'm going back through my auto reading price action playlist, and we're rewatching the educational video. And if I need to do a deeper dive into the concepts, I'm pausing the video and going deeper into a particular concept that I'm talking about. And then at the end, the gang members, the people that's in the Discord, they watching via Zoom, and they'll be able to unmute and ask questions at the end if they have any questions based off what we've been saying. It's just my way of trying to help solidify the concepts for the Discord members, and I'm sharing it live on YouTube for everybody to join. So tap back in 2 minutes at 8 o'clock. The video link is already on the YouTube page, so get you a drink of water and pop back up in 2 minutes. All right, man. See y'all.